Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to learn about how to play the Queen's Indian as black. But before we get into that, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more great opening videos. So the Queen's Indian is going to be very similar to the Nimzo defense. You're going to see knight f6, c4, e6, and now knight c3 is what we're used to. Knight c3, bishop b4, and here we got this bishop has a purpose. At some point we're going to take on c3 and everything is good. But here sometimes white can go knight to f3. So here now we don't want to go bishop b4 check, because here bishop d2, now is going to be the Bogo Indian. And these positions will be very different from your typical Nimzo. So what we're going to do after knight f3 is go b6. So b6, here if knight c3, we have the same exact positions. Bishop b4, we pin this knight, and you're going to see bishop b7, knight e4, f5, very similar to the Nimzo, something we're probably very comfortable with. Now instead, if e3, now we're going to go bishop b7, bishop d3, and here the key is your bishop's going to go on d6. So here, d5, castle, bishop d6, knight c3, we're just developing all our pieces. So castle, queen e2, and now why did he play queen e2? Because he wants to push e4. In these d4 openings, white is always going to be trying to push d4, get the center, have a huge space advantage. So here we want to prevent him from doing that, so here we're going to go knight to e4. So knight e4, if knight d2 and he tries to move this knight out, we go f5. And now we have a permanent grip on this e4 square. Also, yeah, if he takes on e4, well, knight takes is always pretty good, because now we have pawn takes. We fork these two. Bishop takes, pawn takes, and now you're going to see these two bishops have a lot of power. So here's something like this, f5. You're going to see this queen come over to h4. And here, black's going to have a very good aggressive position. So that's what you're going to do against these e3, bishop d3 lines. Now here, there's also one other alternative, and that's going to be g3. So here's going to fianchetto his bishop on g2. We're going to go bishop b7, bishop g2, bishop e7. Once again, we don't want to do this and go into the Bogo, so bishop e7, castle, castle. Here, if knight c3, we're going to go knight e4. The tactics being, if he plays like knight d2 here, we can take on c3. And here, he can't take this bishop because we would take his queen. So here he would have to take back, we take here, and we give him this long-term weakness of this king being a little bit open because his bodyguard bishop is gone. So here, that's what we're going to do if knight d2 here. If he takes on e4, we just play bishop takes, something like this. Once again, we're happy. Otherwise, we're probably going to go f5, solidify this bishop, get these pieces out, and start a kingside attack somewhere down the line. So here, also if queen c2, we can play take on c3. Here, if b takes c3, we want to go knight c6, the key being knight a5. Something like this, knight e5, we would go knight a5, get rid of these two bishops, and he'll have, once again, we'll have a very similar position where we're very happy. Those bishops will be gone, and we can play against that king. And here, after knight takes, if he plays queen takes c3, we can go c5. c5, rook d1, d6, and Michael Adams had a really good game here against Jan Timman, I think. So here, if take on c5, b takes, the structure is pretty good. We're going to get d5 in, be happy. And b3, we're going to go bishop f6, something like this. And here, Michael Adams played queen e7, got his pieces out. I think played e5 and got a kingside attack. That was very, very strong for black. So that's going to be the idea there if he plays queen c2. Now, instead of knight c3, you might also see rook e1. Rook e1, he's trying to push e4. So now we go d5. And here, knight e5, we can just go knight d7, continue getting all our pieces out, and there'll be a lot of pressure in the center, but one that's good for us because all our pieces are involved. His bishop on c1 is still yet to kind of find a purpose. So something like this would be very, very playable for black. Now lastly, instead of rook e1, he can also go d5, so this pawn sack variation. It works better in other variations, but not this one. So in this move order, we can take knight h4, and now we're going to play c6. The idea being, if he doesn't take on d5, we're just going to hold on to our extra pawn. So here, take. We want to play knight takes. We don't want to let him squeeze. So here, pawn takes. We have knight f5, and our pieces are very passive. So when you have a passive position, you're always down to trade. So knight takes. And here, we're attacking this knight on h4 with this bishop. So we're threatening this. And if he takes here, and goes knight here, even though we have these weak double pawns, we have the bishop pair. And once again, we also are up on a pawn. So even eventually, if he wins this guy on d5, we're going to be very happy with our chances as black. So that's how you're going to want to play the Queen's Indian. And remember the big ideas there. knight e4, get our bishop to b7, and if you can, make it a nimzo with bishop b4, but not if there's no knight on c3. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out wolfchess.org for great puzzles, lessons, and videos, and hope you guys were entertained.